Lindsay Tyler today presents Baking with Meagan, and here with this week's recipe is your host, Meagan Everett.
Hi, and welcome to the show. I'm your host, Meagan, and today we're going to be baking some fun and festive Christmas funfetti cupcakes. So this recipe is going to be super easy and simple to follow along to at home. So the first thing you're going to want to do is go ahead and preheat your oven. But I'm just going to go ahead and open up the box and we'll get started. So this is so easy and fun, and since the holidays are coming up, this is a great thing that you can make to bring to parties or just if you're having friends come over, because all you have to do is follow the box instructions. So it's really easy. We're just going to pour that in, and then you need to add a cup of water. So we're just going to get our measuring cups out. And we'll go ahead and add that in. And then you need half a cup of oil. And we're going to pour that one in too. And then you need 3 whole eggs. So we're just going to go ahead and crack those. And I always like making the funfetti cupcakes because I like that they have sprinkles in them. It makes everything more fun. Okay, so now that we have added all of our ingredients, so here's a trick that my mom taught me. If you go to the store and get Jell-O mix pudding, just regular vanilla, and you add that in, it actually makes your cupcakes a lot more moist. So it's really helpful if you're just making regular box mix and not from scratch. So we're going to go ahead and whisk this all together. And you just want to make sure that you're whisking and getting the sides of the bowl so that everything is well combined. Just making sure that there aren't any lumps. And you can see that the funfetti icing is super colorful and red and green for just in time for Christmas. So now we're just going to put this to the side and get out our baking pan. So this pan is pretty big, but it is super helpful to have a pan like this because it makes it a lot easier. You only have to make one batch of cupcakes instead of having to repeat the process twice, because this is all 24 cupcakes that the box will make. So we're just going to go ahead and line our pan with these little cupcake liners. And you can buy these in all different colors if you want to make it more towards whatever theme you're going for. So after we line our pan, we're just going to go ahead and take our mixture, and we're just going to start scooping in our batter so that we can make our cupcakes. And then we're just going to go ahead and put these in the oven, and we'll be right back after a quick commercial break.
Normal water bottle fact: the plastic of the average water bottle is composed of takes 450 years to biodegrade. Another fact: 90% of water bottles are thrown away rather than recycled. That means that rather than here, where they belong, they end up here, where they don't. Environ water bottle fact: the plastic our water bottles are comprised of takes as little as 5 years to biodegrade. That means that no matter where they end up, they won't be there for long. Environ Water, the responsible choice.
Hi, and welcome back. So right before we left off for commercial, we were just filling up our batter into our pan and we put it in the oven. So after your cupcakes bake, you're just gonna let them bake for about 15 to 20 minutes, just checking to make sure when they're done. And then when they're ready, you're just gonna take them out, and it's really helpful if you let them cool down for 10 to 20 minutes before you go ahead and ice them, just so that they're not super hot when you're putting icing on them so that they don't melt. So we're just gonna go ahead and ice our cupcakes with Funfetti vanilla icing. And this is super great because this icing actually comes with the sprinkles on top, so you don't have to do any extra shopping. So we're just gonna go ahead and open this. And you can use any kind of frosting that you like. It doesn't have to be vanilla. If you prefer chocolate, that works too. Or if you wanted to add different sprinkles, you can, make this to your own preference. So we're just gonna go ahead and take our already cooked cupcake and just get a scoop of icing, and we're gonna go ahead and start icing our cupcakes. So this doesn't have to be anything fancy. You can use as little or as much icing as you want, just depending on what you like or who you're baking for. Different people prefer different things, so it just depends. And you can make this fancy and get like a piping bag, or you can just use a regular knife like I'm using. It doesn't have to be anything special. So we're just gonna go ahead and keep icing. And these are gonna turn out really great. So you can really just make this to your own personal preference. You could even add food coloring to the dye if that was something that you wanted to do, to make them, more Christmassy and fun. You could add, red or green. And then once you're done icing all of your cupcakes, you can go ahead and add the sprinkles. So we're just going to make sure that we evenly cover the cupcakes with our icing. And you want to try to make sure to spread it out as evenly as you can, because you don't want one giant clump of icing on the top and then none on the sides. So we're just going to try to even those out. But again, they don't have to be perfect. You can do as much effort or as little as you want or as you have time for. This recipe is super easy, and all you have to do is follow the box instructions. So we're just going to go ahead and open up our sprinkles. And you can make this, you can put as many sprinkles or as few as you want. You could, use different color icings to make designs or anything fun. And there is our finished cupcake. Thank you.